This video is sponsored by Squarespace, but I'll tell you more about them later. Your work is beautiful and unique. I love the nature of the artwork. I'm a collector who's interested in buying Waiting on Stone. I'll be needing it as an NFT. Are you familiar with NFTs? I would love to purchase some of your works as a surprise gift to my wife in honor of our upcoming wedding anniversary. My budget for this is $1,500 to $9,000. Can you send me some pictures? If you're an artist who's published your work online, then you've probably encountered an email very similar to this. These scams have become out of control, with more and more people tapping into their creativity and expression, creating work, and hopefully sustaining their practice by selling work. A lot of artists are the perfect target for these scams. Most of us have a degree of internet literacy, meaning we can spot a scam pretty quickly and either ignore it, or maybe we have a pen pal for a couple hours. I had a fun interaction with a scammer recently. Started off with something quite exciting, and I was like, this feels legit, so I sent a response just saying, these are the works, these are the current shows I'm in, and then he sent a reply with some images saying, I actually want these works digital as an NFT. I'm willing to offer 2 ETH for each piece. So obviously I needed to ask what's an NFT, because I've never heard of this in my entire life before. Is this your first time hearing about NFTs? I said, yeah, just made an NFT for you and I'm sending it right now. What I did was just took a JPEG of my work, saved it as a .nft, which I'm so surprised that he didn't pay me for immediately. And then I said, you pay me in dollars rather than ETH, trying to just kind of match the conversation level. And then he said, yes, Ethereum, but prefer you to upload them to crypto mint platform. This is how the crypto scams often work. They'll have a website or a platform where you can mint NFTs. The way that NFTs work is you have to attach it to the blockchain in some or other way, and that usually has a lot of fees attached to it. So those charges are great for whatever platform is facilitating the minting process, and that's how they get money. Sometimes that process can cost like a few $100s, maybe even $1,000 to actually mint the NFT before they buy it from you. And once you mint it, they go silent and they are nowhere to be found, and you've lost a couple $100s. So I'm just plain ignorant to that whole process. I said, I've sent you a .nft file already. Can you pay me via PayPal, or would you prefer a .png? Is that the same price? And then he started explaining the platform. That specific platform is obviously linked to their wallets. Once you mint it, they just disappear. So I said, that sounds great. I'd love to give you my work in .nft or .png, whatever you prefer. How much would it be in dollars? And he says, your artworks are basically unique. That's why I offered you 2 ETH for each of them. I know that no artworks are truly original, but you didn't have to spell it out to me. But at that point, I lost him. So that's how some of the NFT scams work. And they can just lure you in with the prospect of something that you might not fully understand, and just with massive sums of money. And obviously we've heard it in the news that these artworks are selling for huge amounts. So it seems like it could be real. And the vulnerability comes in when we're caught at just the wrong moment, when our need for validation or approval, or just to sustain our practice, is greater than that critical voice in the back of our heads saying this might be a scam. And they also come in so many different forms. There's scams where everything runs smoothly and you sell the work, but then they pay you too much money and they ask you to return the excess amount, only to discover that the original sum of money never appeared in your bank account. There are also many publications and exhibitions that offer loads of exposure and marketing, and you just need to pay this upfront fee. And often these galleries or publications don't ever really materialize. And that targets the artists who are trying to get a step ahead. We're aware of how marketing affects our work, how exposure can really help us create a sustainable practice, and takes advantage of that. A good thing to do here, if you suspect that this might be the case, is to check reviews of their shows, try and see images of their events, or see if they're actually selling online publications or if they've done this before. I hope that just being aware of the current landscape of scams can maybe help 1 or 2 people avoid getting scammed. But being aware of these scams is just one thing. The scams themselves are constantly evolving and becoming more sophisticated. They are finding these novel approaches to try and separate us from either our artworks or our money. And with that in mind, it might be more effective to be aware of the underlying psychology that these scammers are taking advantage of. The root of this, in my opinion, is that need that we have, that need to either sell our work, be it for survival or even just for validation. Interrogating this need can be a really helpful start, not with the intention of trying to get rid of it. It might never go away, but rather just to develop that voice in the back of our heads that understands why we so badly want this sale to go through. Take a breath and pause. If someone really wants to buy your work, they are going to be pursuing you. You don't have to prove yourself. Before I end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to this video sponsor, Squarespace. I've been working with them for a couple years now, and they played a huge role not only in sponsoring this video and helping me maintain this channel, but more importantly, early on in my career, I was looking for a way to showcase my work and make it easy for collectors to find me and get in touch with me. And I didn't have time to learn HTML. If you've tried to build a website from scratch, you'll understand just how complicated and difficult it can be. And so finding a solution to make it beautiful, seamless, and user-friendly was amazing. I didn't have to patch or create anything. I could register a domain with them and set up an online store, and most importantly, I could design a portfolio to showcase my work the way that I wanted to. Also, every time I got stuck, their amazing support team helped me out instantly. So if you're looking at building a website, give Squarespace a try. And if you decide that you love them, use the soft code and get 10% off your first purchase. There we go. I hope you found this helpful, or at least just a little bit entertaining. If you did, leave a like. It helps the channel out in a huge way. As always, thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.